Hello. Just thought I'd go live for a while because I had some free time today and members were not available for their live. So I thought I'll offer one to my subscriber public if they want, or who's ever available that wants to see it. Um, just having a little chat time. Hello, there's three of you in the room. Hello. Hope you're having a good Friday. Not a good Friday, but a great Friday. And the weather here is great, but it's killing my allergies. My eyes just keep watering. So if if I tear up, I'm not sad. Hello, Vanessa. Oh, I like that bee. That's cool. Um, I just thought I would pop on here. Five of you. Hello. Thank you for the thumbs up. That reminds me. Does help us when you give our content a thumbs up. Hello, Sally. Hi, how are you? I just thought I would pop on. I'm just finishing my coffee, or my coffee's finishing me, one of the two. Um, Thank you. I'm just going to check in with you guys, see what's going on. I thought I would just chat for a bit. I've got my cards here. Hello, Egypt. And just checking in, making human contact, but without the germs. So that's cool. Yeah, Cecil, I went to do our live and nobody showed up. So I thought, well, I'll come here and just do a live here for right now. I waited there for about 10 minutes. Nobody in the membership showed up. So I thought, well, must have missed the window on it. Thank you. Thank you. I worked on my skin today. I did my little skincare regime, and housekeeping came. So it's like, it's nice. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get out. Oh, well, next time, Cecil, it should be in the alerts for that should be in the community tab section, for live chats. That's where it should always, just always go there. But don't worry about it. It's like we'll just pick back up. No big deal, you know. So how's everybody? Y'all good? Y'all looking forward? Are you home? Who's home? I love blue and yellow too, Jane. That's one of my favorite. Home, yeah, home's good. I don't mind that. I really don't. But with my situation, hello, JR. In Maine. Ooh, I'd love to go to Maine. Sally like a hermit. Yeah, that's me. I'm TGIF is right. You just got the one grandkid tonight, huh, Cecil? No, that's good. It's nice to be home. I'm not gonna. I'm not somebody that's ever had a problem. Well, the only problem that I have with home is if it's like it is right now, which is almost dysfunctional here with things. But we'll eventually get it in gear. It's really hard to get motivated right now. Very hard. Very hard. Home in South Florida. Ooh, that's nice. It's really sunny here today. We had hail and pouring rain like the last few days, so it's like I couldn't go outside then. And then my daughter uh, has had her friends over, and so there's just no chance of me getting out to go outside. And like I'd like to bring uh, my gear outside and film outside and stuff, but this neighborhood we live in is so noisy. It's like I don't even want to think about that. Well, 13 of us in here. Hello. So, has anybody been reading the news or staying ahead? I haven't in the last day. I have to admit, yesterday was a wash. I just kind of, I just, of what I posted on here, that was really about it. Oh, those boards, the boards. Okay, that's a good question. These boards that you see me using, you can get them. People make them on Etsy, and I like using Etsy because I'm not giving money. One more, bit of money to the devil, Bezos, or Bezos. So Etsy, you can see I've got scorch marks here from where, but I kind of like it in a way. It's kind of giving it some character from where I've set candles and stuff. Um, Etsy, you just put in a search on Etsy, etsy.com, and you can get them different sizes. Note what size you want. Sometimes they'll come in like, I've got a smaller one that's like in a butterfly shape. Um, you can get all kinds and different costs and stuff. So that's Etsy is the place to go for indie decks and boards and stuff that you'll not find. Um, the vaccine sites. Oh gosh, the Q people. Oh my God. Of course they would. It's like, well, we're bored. We don't, we've got to cause some trouble now. Those people are whack, man. I tell you, they're going to have a heck of a time getting these people sorted. It's like herding cats. But I think they're going to do a pretty good job at the end of the day. But they're going to have to really come down on these people, really come down on them. And hopefully they'll come down on the white collar dudes just as much as they would. I'd like to see that. Let's look at Q. Let's look at I'll take a look at the Q people. I haven't done that. I've never read on Q, so I'll look. I'll look at that. What's going on with that? What's the future of that? What's going to happen with these Q people? Because that's a real mess. That is a real mess of a situation. Those people have gotten like addicted to it. It's the one thing that was encouraging was I did hear somebody speaking on that was a conservative, and I can't remember who it was. I wish I could. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. Yeah, this bed makes me slide, you guys. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna just like see my nose at the end of the day here. And it's just like, because it's got that kind of a slippery thing. So I'm like, shh. Um, they are scary. And I think there's good, they scare me too. I think there's good reason to be, because they're just they're volatile. They're just like a power surge that's switched on that wants to go and do something to feel powerful, and that's what I get off of them as a collective. And it's just, I think for Trump and them, they're just the disinformation campaign. They're just part of Putin's, I think, disinformation campaign, if you ask me, gut level. But let's just take a look. Let's see. Q. What is the purpose of Q? Who started Q? How about that? Oh, that's a juicy one. Let's just see what the universe wants to say about Q and that whole thing that it is. Going to really dial in for a moment. So while I'm doing that, I want to just welcome everybody. And I thank you so much for, even if you're just quietly sitting there going, what's she going to do now? I appreciate it. I'm going to read on Q. Okay. So I'm just going to focus. And maybe you guys can focus with me. Open up, just relax, just like, yeah, we'll join you. Kind of open up our little antennas. All right. Let's see. Q. What do we need to know about Q? I think that's a good question. Spirit seems to work well, or maybe I have an easier time to understand that. Yes, Merrick Garland. As I not like I want to keep going. Like, hey, I predicted it, but Merrick Garland, I did predict him coming in, and he is going to do big things. The universe is putting him in the big chair. You know, he's going to really make some very humanitarian based changes that we have needed. I see that, and that's really exciting. And so to see now that we're, going from not just him being uh, as one of the people that Biden would choose, but now we're having him actually going to be in office now. Um, and like Deb Haaland, we're going to have some people getting their legs, so to speak, this year. And but boy, I think even with that, they're going to take off and do really well, given all that they've been unloaded. So thank you. Yes, please thumbs up. I appreciate that. Um, that is definitely going to be something to watch and wonder. And he's going to be one of those people that his name will be in the history books, not Ted Cruz, not blub, 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 except for looking like a dingbat. Evil won't win. And that's really the truth. But, it will challenge us. It will challenge us. And that's the point, I guess, of it. But let's look at Q. Let's see what the cards have to say about Q. What does the universe want us to know about it? Okay, I think I'm gonna. Okay, we get the Chariot. Well, it's a movement, that's for sure. And I think actually with the Chariot, there's a literal physical aspect to it of traveling. So this kind of makes me feel like, you know what? I don't think this originated in this country. There's a feeling that it came from elsewhere. It's traveled here. This idea, maybe initially because it will have been I don't know, the basis of. Thank you, Pim. Thank you so much. Um, that the basis of it. Yes, look, there's three of pentacles. So we have more than one person who is behind Q. Okay. And it is a movement. It is, they think they're very like victory oriented, very black and white. All about a fight for them. And they've got these people believing that they're part of something, that they're part of this movement. And that's why people want something to identify with. And so they feel like they belong there. But where's it going is what I want to know. There's more than one person heading this as well. So we get a three. When I get this three, it makes me think that the three is really truly a significant number as to who is behind Q. And it looks like there's three major identities that are behind it. So that would mean to me like possibly three countries, or the combination of intelligence and another force under, certainly off the books, which is what it is. But it feels like to me it is a distraction. It's meant for us, to confuse and distract people. And that certainly does. The members don't know whether they're coming or going. Most of the time they're doing both. Hi, Shield Maiden. Hi. And again, hello to everyone. Hello. So again, I'm reading on Q and about what we need to know about them, who's behind them. I get the symbol of three. And I think that it's connected to a various like country and their intelligence, and it's a form of disinformation and confusion for a populace. It's to create distraction and confusion. And it certainly does. These people don't realize that they're a part of something that's really bull crap, that they're being played. It's like you couldn't make it more perfect just for people to fall right in line with something that's whack. Because they want to feel like they have somewhere that they're heard and they're accepted and that somebody that understands them. But it's like you got to put down that hate, you know, if you want to be heard. Hello, Allison, over there in the chilly UK. It's chilly here too in Northern California, but in a different way than probably where you're at, especially if you're up around like Scotland or something. Um, so just looking again at this thing with the Q, we get the Hermit. So they're also looking. They're looking to get in. Oh God. Yeah, look at that. That's the Four of Swords. It's making people sick. It's warping people's minds. And it is also causing these people to isolate themselves, I think. I almost feel like it's like there's a prepper feel also along with it, which is strange. Yes, it definitely would feed. That makes sense, Cecil, that it would feed uh, an underdeveloped teenage angst type mind. That makes sense. Um, and it makes them more sick. It pulls them away, from, I think, the influence of other people to that could help them. They need help. They will need help to get well. That's what that card tells me. Whenever I see that Four of Cups, it's for me, it's like, ugh, because it's like, oh, that's a hospital stay. That's, that means that I don't think they will disappear soon. No, no. I think that this has gotten a hold of these people good. It's really woven in there. And that's why when I get the card where I'm seeing people being sick, um, the Four of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Seven of Cups, they're defending a fantasy. They want something to defend. It's like, give me a fortress, give me a fortress. Okay, it's one that's made of sand. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll defend it. And it's, ugh, um, and it's making them sicker. They're getting more and more isolated. Deprogramming would absolutely be something, and I believe that we're going to see that come more and more into society mainstream, perhaps as a bit more time goes on and Biden's been in longer. And I think people will also just get tired of that drama, and more people will just be so, frankly, worn out that those that want to start that, I think, are going to become more and more and more um, against that. We also get a Queen of Wands and the Eight of Swords. This is speaking to a female of a fire sign and in connection to Q. And she could be one of them that's behind it. I think she's going to be, lose her power or find it on lockdown. This could also be, though, it looks like this bothers me, is this kidnapping plans. It's also, my Eight of Swords is also a kidnapping kind of a card. So are they behind the kidnapping crap? Are they connected to it? It wouldn't surprise me. This could also be one of the crazy ladies of Trump, probably what's her face, Marjorie. Yeah, because she's a fire sign. Isn't she an Aries? I hate autocorrect. The Queen's attack value is very good. I mean, she's just a very strong card. But this Queen here is not going to be attacking anything. She gets her, you know, she gets stuck in timeout. And it's about holding on for the Trump family. I believe it was invented for them to retain power and to, I believe, be some sort of operation that these kind of crazy folks could have their conspiracies in. It's really, I think it's part of the Trump team leftover hangover that is going to have to be like root canaled out or something. Oh my gosh, Scott, Senator Scott. Oh, in Florida, not to accept Biden's stimulus. I'm sure they won't. I'm sure they'll turn that right down, Shirley. Yeah. Um, Pipe bomber. Do you feel the pipe bomber is a female or I don't know about anything about that. What pipe bomber? Which one are you talking about? The one that? Oh, okay, for the insurrection. I don't think it really matters. But I felt more masculine, and there's a few women around it. Biden is doing amazing things. The bombs, I can't speak for. Okay. But I do know that America's trajectory is forward, and it is about coming together and diversity and unification in diversity. Uh, that we're together. Okay, just a moment. Okay. What was that? Would you be up to reading on? Sorry. Trying to catch back up. Earthquake. Yes, I would. You know what? There is kind of that. It's probably because when we start going toward October, a lot of us who were here for the Loma Prieta, kind of every October ever since that, I've always kind of like, hmm? I was here for that one. Yes, I will look at that. So let's look at earthquakes in California. How is that looking? And dial in, asking about earthquakes in California. How does it look? Asking for my ancestors and spirit to reveal to me any pertinent information with regard to earthquakes in California in the near future. Anything significant that we should know? Asking now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see. We get the 3 of Pentacles. We get the Page of Cups. So when I look at these two right here, it feels like little ones clustered just intuitively when I pulled these and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like there's little ones there's always little ones happening, as we know, but I'm feeling like there's little ones happening that might signify something that we'll want to watch, and they'll be clustered around a certain area, maybe like three. That would be, I feel like it could have three. I feel like it's three different locations, but all within the same general greater location. So to me, it looks like there could be picking up some activity, and what that looks like, that's a little bit of like, oh, hello. It's one of those. And when you feel one of those, oh, hellos, you're always waiting to make sure that that's all it's going to be. Okay, so let's just pull a few more cards, and we do get the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So I think with the pandemic, people are going to be a bit more hypervigilant with concern to these things for some reason. I don't know why that would make a difference, but maybe because we're just here at home noticing things more. But it looks like it's small enough that it might go back under the radar. But you want to watch it. There's a feeling of like, ooh, like that the initial three, either 3 points or three tremors, I feel like are going to have people definitely like going, eh. I'm not seeing any like significant damage or anything like that in that first line. Ooh. But we do get the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. So we will be going into a new cycle. And I do believe there's a bigger one that could sneak up. There is a larger one that will come up. And I think it's connected to, will be connected possibly to a point. And I'm kind of feeling like more Southern California, maybe. Just that was just a feeling when I was initially tuning in, but I'm not going to be, I'd be cautious all the way around. Because it looks like there is a new, really, this is powerful energy, a change with the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. Those are major arcana cards. That's bigger energy than these minor arcana cards that I read on. And so that's also telling me the energy on these, as these were earthquakes, would be light. And, like I said, like, oh. And then when we go toward the middle of the reading, though, things kind of change. Things are going to change. I think there's going to be a building up of pressure that looks like potential other three or at cluster, little shakes, or just attention getters. That would probably honestly be like a 4 or a 5 to get your attention. So there's a bigger energy that comes, and I feel like it's sitting and waiting too, because it goes 2 of Swords and 9 of Wands. Can you see the pressure? It reminds me of a lid that you're trying to put on a boiling pot. It's heating up. To me, it's like the plates are heating up. Things are beginning to activate more, not right now, but into the near future. So that to me means within this like year or two, we've got a window around that kind of time that I'm looking at. There is also then a card of Death, which is a major change, and it's also falling under the Fool and under that 3 of Pentacles. So when I go down vertically, I'm looking at the Three of Pentacles, the Fool, and Death. So again, I feel like the big one will come. It will come, but it won't be anticipated so much. I think it'll be connected maybe to, like I said, one that comes later. So then I see it waiting. There's a radical change in the moon. And the Page of Swords and the Hierophant. So I feel like structures are in place, but I feel like there's open time on this for some reason yet. And it's just like, I think it's getting prepping to, if you will. So far with what I've seen here, I would say I see there's smaller activity, and in particularly, I think a time if when we notice like out of one particular area, if we notice like say in Southern California or Northern California that there's a cluster um, of good shakes going on there, good little attention getters, then we're going to go, huh? Then we need to pay attention because I think it could be that area later that will correspond to quite possibly a little further down the road some activity that would be much larger with that Fool, the Wheel of Fortune, Death, the Moon, and then you're going to have more damage. And to me, there you get the Five of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. That's the Earth. So then there is loss. So the bigger one will bring about a significant, I think, there could be a more significant death toll when it does. Now, that doesn't mean that you should go around and live in fear, because there's no point in doing that. You can't do that. And that's not what the universe wants us to do anyway. We have to just live, our lives. But make sure, as I need to do now, which has me wondering, that you have your, what do they call that? Earthquake kit. That reminds me. So put it on your fridge. I got to put it on mine because, y'all, with my brain's like a sieve at 52. I don't know about you guys, but my brain is like a sieve. So I got to put a note on the fridge that I think it would be good, because I think, within the next 3 years, we could have that happen. It looks like it's prepping. The feeling to me is like it's going to start moving to go into like place, if you will, to where it could position itself and come out later in a bigger way, like more activity later. Not in the near future, but it looks like it's going to wait. It's going to build some pressure, and then it's just kind of waiting. Woo! Hate that feeling. And then when it goes, it'll have a significant, I think, area that it does affect. But I do see that I feel like I just saw when I gaze at these cards for a moment, sometimes when I just look at the cards, I'll get like a vision of something. And I got a vision there of like National Guard. Now, if I seem casual about it, there's not a lot we can do about it. Growing, I've been out in California since I was 17. I'm old now, so I've been out here quite a while. Just got to do whatever you can wherever you're at, and help each other and hope for the best, and, be mindful. So I would say just, make sure, especially over the next year, 2, 3, especially, that you have your little kits, put one in your car, in case of any kind of emergency. Always make sure you got a blanket and a flashlight, radio, snacks, um, what have you, medication. I think we'd be wise to do that. Anybody else have a question? I'm willing to read on it. See if I can catch up with you guys. You'll be 56 next month. It goes by too quickly, doesn't it? Very quickly. But you know what? I wish that we could take our mind and our knowledge that we have now and just like go back to a younger version of the body that wasn't in so much pain. I'd settle for that. That'd be good. That's not how it works, though. Where I live, if there's a. Oh. Hope. You know, I'm kind of stuck at the coast, so I feel like, yeah, I could. I fear definitely a tsunami. But, and I don't know if I'm going to see one in my lifetime out here, but I don't even want to read on it. But I do see activity. There will be activity coming, but I'm getting something very significant about three that are kind of attention getters, and that they create a pressure that will create a pocket of pressure that will at some point need to move itself. But that's on God's time. That's not on mine. Yeah, I'm very young too. Somebody stole me, yeah, my the body that was jogging and looking great, toned. Doesn't have the neck thing going on. Save the receipts. Okay. So let's just take a look also in general. Let's take a look at Trump. I haven't read on him in a while. I don't mind looking at him today. I'm feeling, maybe I'm foolish, but I'm feeling a little bit. You want me to look at Cuomo? I'll look at Cuomo. Let's see. Let's take a look at Cuomo. First, I want to make my intention really clear on the cards. Read on Andrew Cuomo, the Aquarius. So what do we need to be aware of for Cuomo in the near future? How do things look like they're going to go for him? Andrew Cuomo. Okay, let's take a look. Well, he's not enjoying right now because he has the Four of Cups, and he's not in a position where he can actively do much. He doesn't like feeling that lack of ability to be hands-on, and I don't mean that in any kind of way. He really is chomping at the bit. He's kind of an aggressive character. He has enough energy behind him that's kind of sophomoric in a way. He needs to grow up a little bit. But, and maybe that's for something better for him in a way. He needs to slow down. I think that's part of the problem here that I've been getting with him. He's not had an easy job, certainly. And, but I think part of Cuomo's issue is he needs to slow the F down and take a look at himself and like refine his energy. He's a little rusty. Let's see what else we get. We get the Ace of Cups. And this is him, I think, because he's got some fire in him. The King of Wands type of energy. There's a lot of emotion around that. I think he's just going to kind of get to a point where I don't know, he could lose his patience there with this. Because of that four, and I'm looking at that four of cups, you know, two of cups. This is about the relationship stuff. That falls under the four. And he's just kind of, I think he's waiting for someone to support him. This feeling there, and to make a public statement of some kind of support. Looks like with the page of wands, because and that page of wands is under the knight of wands. He is really wanting to get active. He feels like he's being betrayed, and he is being kind of set up there with that three of swords. There's a betrayal there. Um, but in some ways, if he wasn't prepared with what he did with the data, that's not right. So that could be him, if you ask me, kind of dropping the ball. And here, I believe, is probably one of the women that is connected to this. Yeah. There's a Ace of Cups with her next to him, and that Three of Wands. So I do think definitely there is, if you look at this row, at least one of them, I think, is trying to bring him down. And this makes me feel like, is this Marjorie? Is she in there too? Or is this just another different crazy lady? I don't know. Again, I think there's the pressure to get him to resign. They really, really want him to resign. They really, really want him to resign. That comes up again. And so far, he is resisting. But there's that real strong message of resignation and him. And I don't know if this is him offering. See, because that page or the knight, sorry, the Knight of Cups, to me feels like someone offering a resignation. He may eventually, but I think they're really pressing it down on him. And it might be that the only way for them to get to the bottom of the truth is for him to step down, because they're going to need to investigate it or something. So I think, yeah, I think I think he's going to try and force them out. And um, I don't know if it's the right tactic, to tell you the truth, or not. But I think he should step aside, because I'm being shown here, if he stepped aside, once he steps aside, they can clear, or they can be, that this confusion can be exposed, or there will be clarity on this confusion. But there needs to be, yeah, he's a very stubborn man. I tell you guys, that is one of the most remarkable things that I noted on that guy. He is, okay, first off, he has very dynamic energy. Very dynamic energy. I've never, like, this guy is like, he is coffee. Coffee probably drinks him in the morning. His energy is really dynamic. And that was one of the first things I noticed was stubbornness. And really, that's part of what the universe is trying to get him to be more flexible. So this is where his lesson is coming in. So I think they are going to push him to resign so that they can get it, because he's Italian. Yeah, see, my husband's half Italian. So I know. His mother's was from Naples, Napoli. God rest her soul. Yeah, I think Biden knows something intuitively. There's something that Biden will have known intuitively that will. This is interesting. Look at this. Okay. We had the cards of exposure of the, clarification, right? And then we get cards of Biden, like he knew something. He knew something. And there, I think he feels like he will get something confirmed, uh, made clear, I think, with Cuomo taking a seat. Cuomo needs, I think, to take a seat. So Biden's like needs him to, I think, to take a seat so that he could clear up this mess and get us back on track. I think part of the problem is that Cuomo's actually with doing this, he's holding. If he gets to where he's holding us up, um, you know, I think then people are going to say, "That's enough, Joe." Not Joe. That's enough, Andrew. Okay, so yeah, because he wants to give help, the stimulus help, and get the money to people. That comes up. Look at that. There's giving aid and assistance, and there's money. This is like the stimulus. This is the Knight of Pentacles, or the Nine. Let me see. No, it's the Knight. I was right. Same energy though to me that I kind of feel coming off of it, giving someone help, giving someone the stimulus. So I think Biden somehow needs Joe to take a seat so that he can get on with getting us the help that we need. That's what I'm being shown the cards. Does that make sense to anybody? Anyway, and he should be probably because I think they are suspicious. So let's just take a look at who is going to be running governor. Does Cuomo, will Cuomo have to go? Because it looks to me like the universe is saying, you gotta go. You gotta go. We need you to go because you kind of fucked up and you gotta go. No, he won't seek reelection. I think that he will be. I feel like this man needs to go do yoga. Seriously. Because his blood pressure be like, "Gee." I'm not kidding. His energy is that strong. And it was weird because like I kind of respected him before, and it's not that I don't respect him now. I respect the good work he's done and stuff, but um I've always gotten that same energy off of him, that kind of that gruff, really strong personality type. He should probably smoke a bong and eat some yogurt, which actually sounds really super good. Trump probably has done those things, but just would never admit to it. So, and chia seeds, yes. What up, James? What up? It is the weekend. Post I don't know. I don't think, the thing with Trump is I don't think he likes anything that would make him mellow and relax and maybe actually be nice. I think he prefers being wound up. I think he likes being mean. So I think he'd be like, yes, the stimulants, because he's a crazy mofo. He's whack. Oh, Kathy would be. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look. Trump gets off on evil. That's why, like, when I would read for him, I would literally, you all saw it, it would just be to where it's like the devil. The devil just pops up for him. And we all know when we just see the devil coming up for him, it's like, oh. Like I said, that soul is saturated so much in badness that that's the way they're choosing. So let's just take a look at Cuomo. Is someone going to have to replace? Is there going to be a replacement for Cuomo? That's what. Will there be a replacement coming for Cuomo? will there be a replacement coming for Cuomo? Now, he is my swords, wands type of king that I would look at, the energy that would describe him. Let's see if there's anybody like a change from that. Is there somebody else going to come in for Cuomo? Will they need someone else? Or will he try to ride this to the end? I don't think Biden's going to let him do that. I don't know. He doesn't want to have to interfere, I don't think, but like, come on, dude. That's what I'm getting. Gut level. But let's see what the cards say. Well, we do have the Emperor, and we have Biden. I think Biden has to come in and step in with this situation. Okay? So that's a message right there. I see Biden, the president, because we do have the Emperor, and this is my Biden, my Scorpio water dude card. Is there a troll? Okay, troll. Okay. I think that Will was a troll. Did I get him? Oh, Patricia, hi. She's in Switzerland. Hello, beautiful Switzerland. Oh, it's nice here. So it looks like Biden's going to have to step in where Cuomo is concerned. Will, somebody was asking about somebody's boobs. I don't know. Like, really? Grow up. Boobs. Ooh, boobies. Come on. So it looks like Biden's going to have to step in where Cuomo is concerned. Yeah. And I think the subtle approach isn't working. And I think Biden will suss that. That's okay. No worries. Hello, Nina from Sweden. Yeah, but I get like a female with a water sign and a group of people. Maybe this is a group. Maybe this is bringing somebody in though. That just because she's a Earth Virgo doesn't mean like she doesn't have like a moon and a water sign or something. But we do have a woman here working with a group of other people. Maybe this is somebody in Biden's camp working to get somebody in that spot or working to get that worked out. Because you know what, guys, I do think Cuomo is going to get a little message. Because this is the pandemic. This is about getting people help. This is about people that are further out there that may not have access to help, trying to get them assistance so that people will be well, the vaccine to people, and that is definitely coming up as something that Biden wants to do. And so the whole COVID issue is coming up with this. And Cuomo is going to be forced to get in some marching orders, I think, trying to like, do the right thing, do the right thing. Don't make us have to say it. But I see that I believe they will get to the point where they're just like, right, thank God. Okay, we're going to get somebody else in there. And it looks like there's a three of, I think this is Letitia James maybe looking into the allegations with the three of swords and that queen of swords, because isn't she a Leo? Not Leo, I'm sorry, a Libra. And she is the attorney general, and she would be, right, investigating. So I think that I'm seeing her there. She's gonna, yeah, and you know what? I see them working to bring somebody in. That is watchfulness with that page of swords falling under the hermit. under Biden. He's looking for the right. This is, yeah, it's like there's going to be kind of a sad and like painful ending for, to do with COVID, and to do kind of sad the ending for Cuomo to end his career out like that on that note is what I get from Biden. And then when I go down the next row with the Queen of Cups and the Three of Wands, and this is to me, this is making the offer uh, to get someone's up and in place. So there will be a name that will come forward, and there will be a new person to come in. But I think they're going to go over who that should be a bit more carefully. It looks like it doesn't necessarily look like, oh, and we know exactly who it is, unless I'm just not reading it right. Okay, Patricia, just a quick question. There are so many doctors around the world who say COVID shot is not a vaccine, but a nefarious medication that way too many. What do I think? I think some of it could be, but I don't think all of it is. Because I think we would still have more people that we would see dying more. And just from my dream, Patricia, when I dreamt about COVID coming, it was a black wind of death that was pulling souls out from bodies. And the vaccine, I believe, by and large, is okay to take. Yes. And I do believe people are definitely scared. And, without the craziness, you can't blame them. I don't blame anyone for that. And it's, you know what? It's better to be more thoughtful and careful. But I believe now, my gut instinct, Patricia, is that I'm going to go and get it. And my mother's had it. She's fine. My husband had it. He's fine. So I can see personally around me people I know that have gotten it and they're not sick. And that I also trust my yes, and my thing is that it is okay. That it is okay. And in fact, you all, it just reminds me, put another note on my fridge. I need to make my appointment to go get my injection. So that's how I feel about it, Patricia. I feel like it's safe. I do. And I know it is because my mother's had it. She had the one with the 2 injections, and she's super sensitive. Let me tell you, she was exposed to tuberculosis back in World War II in the prisoner camps. So yeah, and you know what? I think it's just wise to be careful about stuff because they are making money off this, and Trump was looking to make money off this. And that was my caution. It's like, oh, don't go for anything initially that comes out of the Trump administration. This one, that I feel better with the people that are now in power, and we've got better oversight. And as I said, I have family that have taken it. I know personal people that have gotten the injection. So we're good in the hood. I'm going to be going here in California, in Northern California, to my probably through my pharmacy, because I think Rite Aid, I think, is one of the places. I thought I posted something. If not, I'll post it again. Can't hurt, right? Right. It is 100% effective against severe illness and death. Yeah, so my mom has gotten them both, and she's done well, and she's got she would be at risk, really at risk. So she got the injection, she's good, and that was the 2 injection one, the first one that you have to do. My husband also got the 2 injection one, but I'm just going to go to the Rite Aid like my doctor said, and I'm going to get that one. So yeah, I was. I got to tell you, I've been like, oh, worried about my parents. I'm always like, because they're older now. Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm 50. I'm 52, which I know isn't that old, but then you start to realize my parents are, you know, getting up there now. So yes, Bill Gates. There's a lot of people that will make a lot of money from this. That's he's somebody to read on another day when my brain isn't mush. I would like to actually do that because yeah, why? What's up with him doing all this? That's a good question. I would like to look at that. Okay. So let's move on. I think that oh my god, your niece got COVID. Oh, jeez. Last March. I would say that, ask your doctor if you've already had that. There's also and one of the things I posted, it was if you'd already like had the vaccine or had COVID, there was something there I think that you can do to get whether you should get the injection. Because I think you can still get COVID. It's just that you might different strains. So you might not, depending on where you're at, you know. It's better than nothing with this thing, that's for sure. And I think that if I know and in my heart that if we all get on board now and do this, um, more of us will survive and be able to get the world back going in a healthy direction. And that's the thing, getting our world back. And we will. We're going to just it's like but we got to really rip out and remodel. We've got to remodel the United States, this colonialism crap is kind of crappy. So I see us working to make our nation better. And that's going to work with the civil rights. We're starting already to begin, but of course they're fighting us every step of the way. But you can see the wheel begin to turn. And so when you get a little depressed now and again, because it might be catching up to you finally, just know that we're light at the end of the tunnel. Going to be okay. You're just catching up. Let yourself have some bad days if you need to have a bad day. That's one of the things that's really important. Let yourself have a bad day. Give yourself uh, like a Netflix night and nothing but don't look at your phone. you know. Yeah, I think they both had it. I think that they both had it before. Yeah. I think they still recommend that you get the injection. But maybe, dependent upon where you're at and maybe what variant they're giving. I don't know. But if you check, there is some advice that I've posted up for people that had COVID already. And I just put it up and I hadn't looked at because I haven't had COVID yet. And I have to get on the ball and get, yeah, Grace and Frankie night. And you put on whatever feel good, mindless crap that you can think of for real because we have to have a break. It's just too much. That's why it's like, oh, get all together and read more on this. And it's like, no, that's not good. That's not healthy. We need to have a break. We need to look at doing something mindless. Yeah, the vaccine will definitely keep people going out of the morgues. That was horrible. I tell you guys, when I had that dream, I was leveled for like 2 or 3 days. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, and I don't think we need to judge anybody. I think it's wise to ask a question and to be skeptical of the powers that be, their intentions for us. Um, But let's not make that into a personal thing, because that's not fun. Okay, so now I'm going to look at Trump. I just want to see what he's up to. Just going to peek at him. Where's he at on the boiler? Is he dry boiled? Let's just take a look. And then I will just close this out. And I'll talk to you guys later another time. But let's just see what I get for Trump. All right, to close it out. What does the universe want us to know for laughs and giggles? Because the universe definitely has a sense of humor about Trump in a humorous way. I'm going to challenge the cards that way, through the cards about Donald Trump. Or maybe they just don't think he's funny at all anymore. I don't think he's funny either, really, but let's just see. Let the universe have a moment of Schadenfreude at Trump. Well, as the card of summoning, he's trying to get his finances directed. He's worried. Look at that. He is worried about those coins, worried about those taxes, worried about all that laundered money. Woo! Yeah. He doesn't sleep, it looks like. Yeah, his money is going to get, I think, taken a look at, and forensically. There's that feeling of his taxes. His taxes are the thing that is in the topmost upper part of his mind right now. I think he would like to start another political party, but like, go ahead and do it, because it'll be outlawed. You know, I can't. He's eventually not going to be able to start any kind of party, start anything more up. He is really worried. He is actually really worried, because he's worried about these things getting frozen. He's worried about his money situation freezing up and him not having access, especially if he wants to leave or something like that. And the traitordom, well, he's getting the sun reversed. So that does not shine well on him. He's exposed. He's exposed as a traitor. So I think he will be found, as he should be, named a traitor by the United States. He's also worried that somebody is going to leak information and expose his dirty business before he can hide it. Now I remember why I don't read on this man. Radical change and an ending. His finances are the end of him. And his lies are the end of him. So to me, this card just feels like, I feel like almost like water going on this guy's fire. Just like I heard it like going, I feel like he's just going to lose this strength, this energy, momentum with that wands. Maybe they can steal his momentum. Here we have the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So he's going to be looking for help. But I think also what will be revealed is who's been helping him, because this is coming after the cards of being exposed. So that does not look good for him. And it's just like, look at that. That's interesting. Then we get the world and we get the fool. He's just going to be shown to be what he is, a traitor who helped himself uh, and used the United States as a means to profit. And as a traitor, there will be like an official thing on Trump at the end of the day. That's like total condemnation of this country toward him. I just got that. It's funny. Yeah. Oh, but you know what? I just pulled, look, Biden and Trump card. And what we had here was end and a beginning. So, as again, the universe is saying Trump's time is over. Biden is the president. It's the universe has had its sense of humor. It's saying Biden's president to Trump, and he doesn't like that, as you know. That's funny. That's funny. Universe, you are funny. Yeah, it's saying Biden won. That's hysterical. Proof that the universe does have a sense of humor. It's saying that, hey, Trump, Biden won. So that's the humorous message from the exactly. And he got the ending card. He got the ending card. He got the death card. He got the world card. And then Biden's getting like the fool. He's getting the new start. He's getting the card of like, yeah, I'm making strides. Do, 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 do. He's just going to be like, they better change his depends because he's going to be a little bit upset. Hi, Norma. I don't want his energy either. I'll clear it out. Seriously. I'm going to bring in some Reiki now, and I'm going to just kind of close down the session a little bit by sending you all some Reiki for the weekend, okay? So I'm just going to, first of all, I just want to clear energy. Okay? And just send some Reiki out. Oh, my hands are already tingling. Could just be because I have bad circulation. This makes me look weird. Okay. There is your Reiki. And if you don't believe it, it does work. I'm serious. Through this tailpipe. Yeah, I'm afraid so. This stinky old tailpipe. That's just it. You know, we can think about one thing. There's been a returning vision I've been getting that I've been really enjoying in the morning. I didn't ever used to have this happen, but recently it's a vision that's been coming to me. It's of this really bright, beautiful morning sunlight, but like at a beach, and it's really fresh. And there's this kind of like a soft fog, but bright sunlight in the air, and it's really fresh over and over again. I keep getting it's just like, oh, I don't know, that's a great Calgon take me away moment that to get from the universe. So that's what I've been doing. I don't know, it's weird. Thank you, Patrice. He's not interested in empathy. He associates it with weakness and not as a strength. So yeah, like that early morning mist, but it's like a certain light at the time of the morning, and the light in the air is really fresh. And it's just like I don't know what it is about. It's like I charge in that or something. It must be like a little way for me to charge up. Yeah, isn't that? It's just, and there's almost like the smell of the ions from like the fresh the ozone. I'm sorry, smelling ozone. It's like wow, and I mean like I'm not that close to the ocean. I'm like 3 or 4 blocks away, so yeah, it is definitely spiritual renewal. And as it is something new coming to me, um, I haven't had come to me before. That's real interesting. I wonder if anybody else has been getting that. And I'll just leave that with that question. Anybody else been getting that kind of thing? I don't know. Just me, I'm weird. Yeah, it's really kind of strange, but in a very pleasant way. It's just like, oh, I think I'll think about that place again today, just for a few moments. And it's like I just kind of pop in there for a few minutes. So it's like, yeah, it's like now I realize what I'm doing. So that's consciousness, me being conscious of what is that? What did I just do? You know, what is that weird little thing I just did? Yeah, but it's bright. And you know what? If I can see a video on it, the thing is, it's one of those things that if you've never been to the beach very much, if you've ever been near the water when the morning air is fresh and the sun is coming up, there's a certain smell. And I guess it's the ozone or whatever. But it's really, I highly recommend it if you can find this place. Make it one up yourself. And it's just like that foggy. There's like when we get like foggy, what I call sun fog, we'll get fog and sun at the same time. And it's kind of an odd effect. But it's very kind of bright, but there's a mist and the air is wet, but there's a lot of light. Yeah. So if you've grown up around the water, there's this certain charge that's also in that air. Oh, I wish you could share it here too. I was thinking about that the other day. It's too bad they don't have a way that we can't just like post a picture, even if we're not, um, you know, if we have permission to do that on someone's site. Yeah, so it's just like in the morning, I really like, and sometimes at night, I just like if I get anxious, I like to go to that place wherever that is. Yeah, and but really fresh light, not cold or unpleasant, but like refreshing. So I think so, and I think it's just something I never, when I get these things, it's like it almost is happens so subtly. I almost don't notice it until I'm going, "What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm being weird. I'm doing those Maya things again that I don't usually tell people about." And so it's like I just kind of caught myself doing that over and over again. So usually, if it, you know, and energy is shifting, you find yourself being more tired, and my energy is definitely shifting because of the time and place where I'm at in my life, but also just we can see the change going on around us, and we're really going to notice more next year. Oh, you had the crazy weather in Texas. Oh my gosh, an eagle. That's holy. Oh, that's so beautiful, Paula. I love eagles. Love, love, love birds. It was crazy here too. I mean, having hail in the morning, waking up to hail in the morning here in Northern California, that's not usual. Fog, yes. Sun, yes. But like it was just hammering down too. And I was like, whoa. I kind of woke up and I thought somebody was frying something. I was thinking, tell somebody to turn the gas down. It wasn't. It was like, oh my God, that's hail that I woke up to. Oh, thank you. Love you too. Thank you. You get the seagulls. You know what? I'm not that far. Occasionally, like I said, I'm only about 3 or so blocks, but we don't really see them. Well, I see a stray one every so often. I'll hear its call. We get mostly where I'm at because it's a valley, more like the hawks, red-tailed hawks, and turkey vultures, and crows, of course, which I love. But other than that, it's pretty much steady, teddy weather here. Pretty boring. But like this, if I was, this is warm for me to be able to wear this. Normally, I would be like covering. I like to keep my neck and my muscles covered up because I don't end up getting them tightened and doesn't activate my. I have what do they call that, stenosis in my neck, so I'll get really bad headaches. Got to take care of it. But okay, I tell you what, we're living at interesting times, and we just need to keep keeping on. And when things get too crazy, let yourself have a bad day. Let yourself have a bad day, and just hermit yourself away from everybody for a while so that you don't like strangle somebody, and give yourself the love that you know that you need, that you would give someone else that would be that stressed. I think sometimes we need to treat ourselves the way that we would somebody else, and oftentimes we don't. Yo, you got a picture of the ego. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's really, yeah, you know what, that's a holy thing. That's a very holy thing. You got eyes on you. Seriously. Definitely keep the stress level down. We don't need it, guys. You really don't. You really don't. Stress is not going to help you to get it done. It's just going to make you come undone. So it's better that you have that cheesecake, or in my case, also ice cream. I got a thing about Talente. Have you guys had Talente gelato? Oh my God. Talente gelato. Like, I want to be, can they sponsor me? Because, like, I totally eat their gelato for them and promote it on YouTube. Yo, Talente. Can I get some sponsorship here? Oh yeah, the Talenti has the ice cream and it has the truffle in it. The one with the chocolate truffle. Oh my God, that one's great. I got that in the freezer. I'm having that tonight. I just seriously, I get like a little pint, but it's so. I'm just gonna eat that tonight. That's gonna be my dinner, I think. Ice cream. I know that's not good, but I don't care. Dream though and eat boiled eggs. I like boiled eggs. Yeah, ice cream. You know what? I really like ice cream. I do. You know what? Yeah, the walk for the cheesecake. Have a life's too short because you're gonna be walking back. No, my husband's been complaining too because he used to go swimming every morning, and this totally screwed him up. And now he says, "Look at me." He's like having his can of beer, and he doesn't like overindulge, but as we get older, and as we are more sedentary, walking, getting out, and even just being out in public a little bit more. Everyone, ooh, chocolate, 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 chocolate. I love chocolate. That's why I'm gonna have some hot cocoa, and then I'm gonna have some. I must have a sweet tooth today. Lately, I've been eating Mexican food and ice cream. That's been my swimming is the best because it supports all your joints and your bones and everything. And it was great. He was going and he would be in such a better mood when he came home. Swear to God, it made such a huge difference in him and he felt so much better. So I want them to open up those pools and stuff again. And I think, you know what? People will chill the F out more. We get the gyms back up and we get people. going to the pools, right? Yeah, the pools would be great, like the waiting, like a warm pools of water. I'd love to have that in my area to go to for my joints because I've worn them down. I should have shoulder surgery, but um, I don't want to. The thing is, I wouldn't be able to use either arm. Now, tell me how I'm supposed to go to the bathroom. You know, it's not going to work. I have to at least have an arm. So I'm postponing getting that surgery, but that doesn't matter. Uh, I don't care if my neighbors don't get any sleep. Oh, swimming would be great. You know what? I'm gonna have my husband take me. There's a warm pool over in Berkeley. Oh, you know what? It's so beautiful that I'll post up the picture of it. It's like a club or one of those she places, but it's I'm totally want. I've been thinking about it for he and I to go because it has a disabled lift into the pool, and it's beautiful and it's warm, and it's like we're gonna go and do that because I've done that before in one of the fancy hotels in San Francisco. It's really cool, really, really awesome. So I'm gonna do that again, and I will post that pool. I'm gonna post it up. I will make sure I do that. Leonardo Seawater. Oh my god, it's cold here too. It is cold here too. It is not like Southern California where the water is warmer. It's really ice cold here, and you have to wear like a wetsuit to go out in the water here because you'll get unless the water's unusually warm, you'll get hypothermia easily, easily. Underwater farts. Well, that would just be like blah 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 blah. Blah. Oh god, what have I become? Oh no. It's you know what? It warms up here. They took me out in the water out here on a surfboard in August, and that's when the water gets the warmest here. Um, and that was about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's about as warm as it gets here. The water. Yeah, I have some friends in Ireland too that wear the wetsuits, and I think it's really amazing. They are brave to go out there. I got to tell you, it gets really rough. We have a really rough beach. Our beach isn't like the nice, pretty Southern California white beaches that are even just south of here, just a little bit further south, are nicer. It's a rough, rugged beach here, and it's cold. It is cold. And when you get hit by that water, and they took me out, it felt like a wall of wet, cold cement hitting me, smacking me upside the head. And that was a rather rude awakening from Mother Nature. But yeah, the cold is part of the charm. That's right. It's like, hello, slap. That's what it felt like. It was, get our blood circulating going. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys, we're at an hour and a half, so I better just call off here. And it's been wonderful to hang out with you all on a Friday night. And members that I tried to catch and didn't, we'll catch up with you guys again. Much love to all of you. And again, I'm going to send you some more Reiki to close out for your weekend. Just accept it. That's all you got to do. Like accepting an email. Yeah, I'll take that. Like, you know. All right. Mwah. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. In the next video. Bye. Love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Bye.